Hello.
Hey, welcome back, guys.
Hello, hello.
All right, where we left off, you folks had just jumped into a darkened basement, I believe.
It's all fine. It's all good.
You, the light comes on, and you feel a weightlessness around you. You hear the sounds of system malfunction, system malfunction. And you find yourselves floating in a corridor, metal all around you. Warning lights are flashing, red, blue, purple, purple, red, blue, purple, until they all sort of phase in and out of each other. And you see that you seem to be in a space where there are portholes on the side showing the blackness of outer space and stars shining.
I'll continue
So
scanning.
Underbelly's... Oh wow, we all spoke at once. That's so funny.
We did. Go, Underbelly.
Underbelly is just basically now sort of convinced that he's hallucinating or something, and it was definitely because he was suspicious before. That's why he didn't approach the purple thing and didn't want it on him. But he's now convinced. So he's kind of there, kind of punching his brow and pinching his eyes, pinching his skin, and going, wake up, Underbelly, wake up. Ah! And like banging on the side of the ship to see if it's real, and
Yeah, you bang and then you flip and roll and bang into the other side, and then you bang up across onto the roof and the floor. You're not really sure, and then you kind of bounce around the space until maybe somebody who's maybe more used to this kind of gravity situation, Nathan, might be able to help him. I think Exy is gravity.
I'm a nano who has gravity.
controls gravity. Can you
so
make the gravity come?
Wields gravity.
Yeah, so I actually have a skill that I can use there. The
I know.
I push. So
I know your character sheet better than you do.
I'm going to push with 1G down on everyone to make it 1G. Do you know what 1G is?
Can you
Yes.
gradually make the
original-
G
As a
come?
grand,
OG. 1G.
it's very bad internet.
Yeah, it's dial up. Yeah.
Welcome to my world.
Is there anything in my hand? I'm grasping. I'm grasping for handholdiness.
And there's nothing there. Johnny, your hands have nothing in them.
Do I still know how to
but your
wield
memory-
two daggers?
Your memory of the daggers remains.
Oh, good.
Does the memory of my snog in the middle of Venice remain? I blooming hope so. I'm very upset if it doesn't.
Perhaps even the whiff of the perfume lingers.
There's nothing that can take that away from you.
Absolutely. Only time.
So do we all
You
fall
hear
to the
through.
floor?
So I'll describe the space to you. So
Yep.
you are in a narrow corridor that can fit maybe 4 people across. There seems to be an airlock at one end, although whether or not you know what an airlock is probably debatable. But you've
It's like a
maybe used an
triangle
airlock
window,
on
right?
This one doesn't have any holes in it. And you can see that there is, there's small portholes showing space out
Space.
from it.
The space is outside. Don't let the space in. The space
And-
will kill us.
There is another door on the other side, and it seems to be, locked off quite securely, as in it's shut and seems to have like metal bars that have been put across it. And the light source is coming in from some kind of strange glowing effect in the roof. And then there's also these other light sources which are flashing these colors of purples and blues.
Um,
And you
Can I-
hear over the top of this, occasionally you hear a complete failure. I can't believe you screw this up.
can I use the
None of this is real.
can
Do I
use
recognize
some
the
of
voice?
scanners to scan what those meanings,
No.
the lights are?
You gonna use scanners? Sorry.
Yeah, the ship scanners. So if I rolled I've got sense magic.
The
Can I
ship
use that?
Scanners?
Yeah. Because we're in the
The
ship,
ship
right?
scanners?
A ship? Whatever
You're in
ship.
a ship? You're in
It's
something.
not our ship.
Oh, we're not in our ship.
Nope, seem to be
Nice to-
in something out in space. You can look out through the window if you want to.
Yeah, I'll take a look.
There's a lot
Ooh.
of text on here. Oh, it's so
Beautiful
it's a
weather.
poem.
It's
It's
the
Murray's
poem.
poem.
It's the poem for
Oh,
me.
beautiful.
I'm blushing
Yeah,
like
I
a
remember that poem.
bride.
Yeah, you can look out through the portal if you want to, and you can see that it seems to be some kind of almost like a spider web of interconnected corridors.
In space?
Yeah, what we would know as like a space station, like a rotating ring of space station. But,
Oh, I see.
Perhaps to someone who wouldn't know, it would look more like a spider web.
Are we heading towards it?
Such good weather.
You don't seem to be heading towards anything, but it seems to be rotating. Or at least your section is, but very, very slowly. But it doesn't seem to be doing any gravity, so something might be up.
Oh, I'm going to 1G everybody
But Nathan-
down.
Oh,
Do,
you 1G'd it.
Do I remember the name of who I was with?
No, it escapes you now that you...
All right, I am
Yeah,
going to
think about
run down corridors, just calling out, "My love!"
Well, there's
My
only two
love!
directions. The
Yeah.
airlock and one way, and this
other door.
bolted door on the other side.
I'm going to the other door.
You go to the other door. Yeah,
Yep.
it's solid shut. And on the airlock side, I mean, you can expect the whole thing if you want to. What do you guys want to do?
I go to the bolted door.
I yell through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can hear over the intercom just, "You absolutely ruined the whole thing. Years of work, and the punishment that you will receive does not equate to the years I wasted."
What have you done with my love? I say.
I'd like to run. Are there any buttons or anything like that on the?
Yeah, there seem to be buttons and dials and everything all over this area.
Is there anything that could be construed as a door open?
Is there a giant red one?
Maybe.
Giant
Green
red
one
button.
or a? I'll
You
start.
press stuff and buttons
start.
make noises, but nothing seems to open the door.
Man, if I can't decipher this,
Can I try and just break it?
I can help with that.
Just
I hide my knife.
yeah, I'm gonna try and just cut the bolt away from the door.
All right, you
I am-
start smashing at it with your daggers.
I've got a Vered, like a dual blade sword, like a short sword with two blades, and I'm gonna try and kind of wedge it in there, and then try and lever it out like a crowbar.
I'm touched that everyone is that concerned about my love as much as me. I'm very, very touched.
I just joined in whatever everyone else is up to, you know.
Yeah.
So you start trying to hammer away, trying to
Trying
scratch
to
at this
crowbar
door.
the lock off the door.
Yeah. Okay,
Can
you
I-
start trying to break it. It seems very, very secure at this moment. Yeah.
I'm going to look out the window and see what's happening outside. I'm very confused.
Yep. You can see through other areas that, across the way is another corridor with lights flashing through a different portal. Should blow you all out through the airlock right now, in fact, that's exactly what I think I'll do for wasting all of my time.
Bring her back!
I'm going to try something fairly drastic. I'm going to stroke the sides of the door and attune myself to its material phase, and then attempt to push my way through it and see if I
Awesome. Do
can
it.
get to the other side that way.
Yeah. I reckon expending some effort here would be a
Yep.
good idea.
All right, I've got one effort left.
No, it replenishes each thing, so you can
Oh, okay.
reuse it.
Can I assist in his out of phaseness? Probably not, really.
With pure
Kick him.
emotion.
As he goes through.
You push him through. Check
Give
him
him
there.
momentum.
She.
Give her momentum.
Okay, I did not roll very high. I rolled a.
No.
Oh, where's the thing? God.
Divide by 3.
Divide by 3 and
I
discard
rolled.
the remainder.
I get a 2, a level 2.
All right. I'm gonna give you a GM intrusion, Derek.
I don't know if this is something I want to do while I'm half phasing my way through a door.
The perfect moment, Derek. Perfect time.
All right, I'll take the intrusion and I'll give Murray the assistance because he was giving me.
All right.
Assistance.
You'll make it through the door. However,
There's space on the other side.
However, your ability to camouflage with your suit will no longer be able to be used. It will always be orange.
Forever.
Wow, that's
Purple.
harsh.
Orange.
Actually, we'll make it just for. Let's make it just for the next adventure after this. How about that?
Okay. All right.
So
all right.
I think that's unfair if I do it permanently. That feels a little too. Oh, I don't know. I took away the memory. Actually,
I could be safety #1 priority. Safety orange color.
Safety, number one priority.
Okay, I'll take your.
I feel like orange
your
is
gamble.
fine.
Yeah.
Orange. It's
All right.
orange. I feel like that's the
Orange, you
permanent
glad you
change.
took that GM intrusion?
Avachillian says you can have part of the door permanently fused into you.
Right.
Jesus, I mean that would be.
Then
the
he'd
other
be
alternative.
adorable.
Well, I think
Oh,
that's.
I was thinking that we would always know what her handle was. Oh, come on. That was pretty good, I thought.
Hey, look,
Oh, man.
he's open shut. You know what I mean? Like,
Derek, on the you pass through the door, and you, as you do, you feel like a memory comes to you of another time, and as if the suit itself brings its own memory, and you see it shift as if it unlocks something of its old self, and the color of it changes to an orange color. And on the other side of it, you see hanging up next to the door are a whole bunch of suits just like your one.
That's cool.
So I've passed through the door and I see these suits hanging up.
Yeah, you are in a corridor that seems to bend around in a circle, and you see a number of suits just like your one.
Okay.
And you hear the voice. And now I think I will blow you all out into outer space as punishment.
Let us through! Open the door! Let us
I
through!
start
Let
to-
us through!
Press as many buttons as I can.
Yeah,
on this side
the
of the-
door seems to be malfunctioning.
hurry up, guys. Get up. Let's go.
People have been bashing it.
Because somebody on the other side is trying to break it.
Is there any visible lock to pick it? This door?
No, not that you can see. This is not a technology that you have ever seen before.
I've already used my detonator, so I'll blow it up.
I'm going to grab.
Make a tilt window, man.
Damn it.
It's a good use of one of my ciphers.
Absolutely.
I'm going to grab one of these. That's not going to help me. I think back to passing through the door. Was there any conduit of energy that went through the door to one of the buttons? Can I think back to that?
Oh, cool. Make an intellect roll.
Big Derek.
Okay, that's substantially better. That's
The air in this room starts to hiss.
oh, I got a 4.
Yeah.
Level
Okay.
4?
You think so? Yeah. You think you remember? You remember that there is a magnetic lock there that is holding the door.
Oh.
Maglock.
Does the suit understand magnetic forces? Can I create a magnetic force in my palms and then just shift that lock to the side?
I think it'll be a difficult role to try and do, but yeah, you could try. Yeah. Meanwhile, you guys are starting to, you're starting to feel like the room is, you hear the hissing sound,
Quickly, we have to
and
leave.
the door starts to,
Get up.
and you start to feel a sucking sensation.
Don't worry,
I'm
once
gonna
all
use
the
one of-
air's gone, then we won't be able to hear the hissing sound anymore, so that's fine.
It'll go away.
Derek, do you want to make a roll to see if you can get through the door to deactivate the magnet?
I rolled a 13, so that's a 4.
Yep, that 4 was what I was looking for. The door you step through, and I'll describe what it looks like.
So my hands touch the side of the door, and there's a second pair of hands that kind of reach into the door as my first pair just kind of stay on the edge, and the first pair reach in and go around the magnetic bolt and slide it out, and unlock the door that way.
The door, you wrench it open, and you see, you feel the sucking sound of air being pulled out, and you guys see the door open, and I'm going to get you guys to make a might roll to pull yourselves out. Nathan, you might be able to assist in this because you have
with gravity.
some ability in that way,
I can push.
perhaps. And Derek, I'm going to get you to make a might roll to keep the door open while this is
Oh
happening.
crap! This is not my strong suit.
I rolled a
We
4.
can- Once it opens a bit, I can grab it to try and help
rolled
hold
a
it open
6.
as well.
Well, you're right.
I've got
next to the
an-
door, aren't you, Ben?
Huh? Yeah.
So maybe you
I
and
was trying to
Johnny
bang
could
it.
assist.
Yeah.
And I rolled
Yeah.
a 5 on
I rolled
the
a
push.
level 6. So
Oh,
For
wow.
you, Nathan. A level
Bam.
6 from you, Johnny.
So what does Edge 2 do? How do I use Edge?
Edge allows you to take 2 off your effort.
Oh, then I'm 6.
And
So you're
what does that
so
mean
you're
to
using-
the roll, though?
You're
Yeah.
using your pull up to roll, so you're spending 3 on your roll every time you make a roll. So your edge takes that down by 1 or 2. So
Yeah.
if you've got 1 edge, that reduces it. If you've got effort, then that reduces the level of task you're aiming for. So if you've got 2 edge, you're only taking 1 off your pull nut rather than 3.
It says you have to always
Okay.
take 3 off your pool every time you
You
roll.
don't. No,
No.
you don't.
No.
Not every time you roll. Only if you expend effort.
Yep.
Okay, so I have 1 effort, so I can take 1 off the difficulty, and that would cost me 1. No, that would cost me 3. Is it right? Oh, that's right. I remember. Okay, cool.
Unless you have
Less
edge
whatever
in
your
it,
edge
in
is.
which case it'll only cost you
Okay,
a
great.
certain.
You are now the edge.
I
lord.
haven't.
Oh
I have
my
an
God.
artifact.
So many words.
have an-
Edge, effort, edge.
I have an artifact which is a spike that can spike into midair. So if I put
you could.
if I spike my midair spike into the gap where the door will need to close, it's going to basically hit that and not be able to shut.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, you do
Yeah,
that.
it
then.
will not shut. Yeah, the
And
door
then
is
and then I run
open.
and then I run down the corridor screaming out, my love, where are you?"
Is there gravity beyond the door, or did Nathan's character just make gravity in this room?
Are you going to make gravity wherever you go,
just-
basically?
Yeah.
I'm running in midair then.
Well, that's what I think I'm doing. Maybe.
Excellent. All right, and then you guys pull yourselves through. Nathan, you rolled quite high. You
I
rolled a
pushed
5,
you
didn't you?
very high. So I rolled a 5.
Yeah.
So just
So you guys pull yourselves through, and Murray goes running down the corridor now. Unfortunately, the the opening of the airlock is now fully wide and sucking air now through that little hole that you've created. Is now permanently open, just creating a huge suction, and is pulling air right down through the corridor, making it really, really difficult. Murray, you go tumbling back the way you came and slam against the edge of the door, and you feel yourself sucking against the spike.
Happiness!
Going,
Happiness! And then I pull my spike back out of the wall and let the door shut behind me.
and it slams shut, and normality is restored.
I fall to the floor in a flood of tears at my own self-loathing and loneliness.
I stand there looking at everyone, going, quickly, up, we need to leave.
You I mean you can go left or right around the ring.
Left.
Left.
Wrong.
Right.
Wrong.
Buddy.
Do we know if
Left
we're
is
on the
left.
station now?
You are on the station, yeah.
This is the station. Okay. Cool.
Which is
Any
there
sense of where the voice was coming from?
Yeah.
Yeah, from the speaker, I suppose.
It's coming from the speaker, so it's coming from the walls.
And is
Very weird.
there no gravity here other than what Nathan is providing?
There doesn't seem to be. Yeah, something seems. Well, you don't know if it's normally supposed to have gravity. But you hear,
Yeah.
that'll teach you for ruining decades of work.
Oh, does he think he's killed us? This is great. He's going to be so annoyed.
All right.
We run.
I go.
Let's find
To the
this
right.
murderer.
Derek,
right,
you're
okay.
starting to think that that voice is sounding awfully familiar.
Ooh.
Ooh. Really?
Quickly.
Yeah,
Everybody
And
up,
Derek's
let's go.
Derek's orange, yeah?
yeah.
That's right.
And there are other orange suits on the wall.
There
Oh,
are
yeah.
exactly the same as Derek's one.
Should we
Just
don
for us.
should we don one to fit in?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, there is, Ben.
This is so
There are
confusing.
exactly the
That's-
right amount of suits that you could have used to get out of that room.
Oh, that we could.
you could have passed them through or something, maybe.
No.
So you carry on down the corridor, and
Right.
you're
Right.
and you think as the voice goes on. Now, what's the point of carrying on any further with such a failure? Years wasted, but what to do now? Why, it's probably just worth giving up, I guess. Just worth ending it all. Ending it all for everyone.
We need to get off this ship quickly.
Yes, just end it all for everybody. The voice is incredibly familiar, Derek. Who does it remind your character of?
I think it reminds me of my father. Because
Ooh.
he definitely treated me very poorly and was one of the reasons why I left home to scavenge in the wastelands when I was, 8. But he's been dead years.
And was the suit
Do we
attached
know-
to him?
The suit?
Do we know Flair's backstory?
Up to you, Derek.
Do we know your backstory?
I probably wouldn't have told you about my father,
Okay.
but certainly where I got the suit from, you would be aware of that.
Okay.
But my father's been dead for years, so I must be mistaken. It can't be him. It can't be him. He's dead.
But he
Dead and
seems so
gone.
real.
Yes.
Are there any signs that say this way to the control room or something, or head office? Like, it seems like this person's like the boss of the situation.
Daddy's
I don't
room.
know.
Yeah.
I don't-
You know,
I don't know what a bridge is, or anything, but
We're
maybe
looking
anything-
for Daddy's room.
Yeah, that's right. Boss room,
Derek, you
administration.
feel like you may know where it is.
Yeah,
Oh.
I start to follow my intuition.
Yeah, yeah. You start to see along the walls just some ciphers and strange bits of Numenera just discarded or broken along like they've been thrown against the walls or just battered and destroyed. Things that look familiar. And as you walk in, things that look quite useful or familiar, but things that maybe used to mean something, but are now completely unable to be recovered. And you
there any-
you walk around in the circle to probably would have been the exact opposite end of where you started. And you see a large wooden door in front
Wooden
of you.
door.
Yeah,
Does it look? It looks out of place, I imagine.
yeah. It looks incredibly out of place. It doesn't seem to like it should be there at all. And
I open it.
you go to put your hand on it, and you hear a woman's voice saying, "Don't go in there. He's terribly angry."
Do we all hear the voice?
Yes.
I ask, whose voice is that?
I flick out my blade.
You talk to my mother
You
like
look
that.
around, and it comes from the same speaker.
I
You
say,
must go in there when he's in a mood like this.
I look at Murray's character,
Jokan.
Jakan, and I say, that's my mum. Flick out the blade and push open the door.
I pull out my multi-dimensional blade and say, I never had a mum. And I go. And I go.
The lights go blinding into cyans and purples, and you step through into a white room, just white, and
Are there any
nothing
windows?
works, and there's nothing. There's no walls. It's just white. It's a white space with no up or down or anything.
We need
And there's no wooden door behind you. And Nathan, you start to feel like, oh my God, I can finally talk. Like as if something has just lifted from you.
We need to
And
leave.
You feel like your mouth has just been unzipped, and as if something is accessed into your brain.
Oh.
Quickly, we need to leave. Stand.
He's here somewhere.
Stand up.
Do we hear
Show
that?
yourself, you coward.
No more weather. We
My
need to-
love! My love!
So my character is going to I'm going to start scanning the ship and seeing if any of the defenses are up or anything like that. John, can I roll for that?
Yep. Yeah, there's enough energy. That the energy's starting to come back into the ship. But these guys, you see Derek and Murray's characters are both like looking around the space. Ben and Johnny, you are overwhelmed by the absence of a point of reference.
The
Johnny,
door's not
that's-
behind you anymore, is it?
Too real. I much prefer Johnny's attempt than Ben's attempt at a fully blind.
Ben's like, I've got a lovely lacy background. What are you talking about? The space
Underbelly's-
just goes on and on and
Wow.
on, and there is no point of reference, and it is overwhelmingly white.
Yeah.
What are we
Underbelly's-
standing on? Like, does the ground
Yeah.
feel solid, or do we feel like we're floating? Or
You were lying down. You
don't-
need to
you
stand
don't.
up.
It's like standing on. I don't know if you've been in an infinity room before, but I mean, you touch the ground and it's just not a temperature. It's just white light. It gives slightly, but it doesn't. It's not hard. It defies the description.
So as Underbelly sits grabbing his legs and rocking back and forwards, it's quite sort of comfortable. Is that what you're saying?
It's wonderful.
John, if it's okay, can my character reach out and, as if in the white room, and put my hand out, and then Ben feels something on his shoulder?
At this
Sorry, me
moment,
or my
you
character?
are unable to move. Yeah, what you're saying right now is you're unable to move. Yeah.
Who's unable to move?
So
I am.
Nathan, in what he's trying to say, but you might want to explain what you're wanting to.
I can say it. I'm free.
Yeah, you're free.
You guys are in danger. We're in danger. I've been telling you for hours.
How do you know?
You are just lying there, growing. What are you doing?
Lying there throwing,
Growing.
growing.
What? We need to leave the ship.
We're not on the ship.
And yes, no, maybe. I'm very confused. I'm seeing two worlds right now.
Yeah.
Something is.
Do we all
very,
hear that voice, or just?
Something is very wrong.
You hear Nathan's voice. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
You hear Nathan's voice because Nathan is talking to you. Yeah, Xe is talking to you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Through my eyes, I see this world, but through my senses, I do not. You are lying there, growing. What are you doing? We need to leave. The ship is dying. This is the most emotional Xe has ever been. Frustrated beyond belief.
Back.
I start clawing at my face.
I tried that. Did no good.
Can
Yeah,
Yokan
you claw at your face and it hurts. And
can Yokan have a moment
yeah.
and realize there never was a girl, he never was in love, he never ran through the streets with anyone. He was always alone, and his entire life is a facade and a sham to shield himself from the hurt, and pretending that that stuff has just happened, joyful as it was in the moment, just makes it worse. So I want to try and bring Jakan back to his consciousness of who he is and what he stands for.
Too many tears.
Oh, that's brutal.
Welcome to 2021, people.
What does that look like for everyone else around him?
Well, most of them currently are scratching at their faces so they can't see. So
Yeah.
Do you know,
I'm not
do you know
scratching at my face. I'm semi-catatonic.
the perfect time for the charade to come down, for the facade to come down. Oh, look at Johnny. Yeah, Johnny's far away. Derek's crawling in his face, and oh, come on, brain. Underbelly is catatonic. Perfect. So yeah, I think it just my hair suddenly goes limp. All the cheerfulness drops from my face, and I just sort of shake my head and remember who I really am, and I look like an orphan.
Do not give up.
There's nothing debonair about me.
Oh my god, that's awful.
Mm.
Xe, I have a GM intrusion for you.
Hit me.
Do you want to take it?
Yes.
Who do you want to give the other one to?
I think I'll give it to Derek so I can do this. Ready?
I was trying to get Derek to hand me the last one, and he just didn't play game. He didn't play along.
Sorry.
It's all right.
I'll give you this one.
Oh,
Your GM intrusion is how do I describe it? Your GM intrusion is that you will have a part of this permanently in you from now on.
Okay. Yep. Hit me. Yeah, sure.
A part of this kind of element of personality attached to your personality.
Oh, nice.
Yeah?
Yep. Yep.
You can take that however you want, yeah?
I know exactly what you're talking about as well. And it's like...
Okay, cool. Derek, you notice that your suit is not orange anymore, but back to its regular color.
It's dull matte black.
Yeah. Because everything here just seems, ephemeral in that. You see a small door of color open in the middle just around you. This is just light. It's a purplish cyan color, and it's the first color that you've seen in, you don't know how long you've been here, but it is color, and it is light, and it is pouring up from the ground. And peacefulness and surety and trust is coming from this hole in the ground. And if you want to go through it, you can. If you want to.
Can I ask one small question before you answer that, Derek?
You don't have to go through it all. Yeah, go for it.
Can I put all my effort in to kind of like lift everybody up just a bit and then drop them? Like put all my energy into my gravity ability to try and see if I can.
Oh, cool.
Like,
yes. All right. Make a roll.
Yeah, I rolled a 17 plus 2 plus my effort, so that would be a 6.
Whoa. Okay. For a brief moment, everybody's eyes flick awake, and you look around for a second, and
then they immediately close.
You see each other lying in a field with mycelia all over your body, with the strange cyan and purple spores covering it. Growing out of the side of your head, it seems to be some kind of strange protrusion of flowers.
Okay, so that's finally...
And you look up and you see each other, and then you're back onto the ground again. It seems to pull you away from the ground and tear some of the mycelia away just for that instant, and then it pulls you back down into it again.
I almost want to let them take me so that I don't get Ben's character saying "I told you so." But
totally.
I'm gonna start. Oh, I want to grasp reality. Sad as it may be, I'm gonna start patting myself like I'm on fire. So essentially squashing all of the mycelia off my body like Derek was doing at the back of the ship earlier.
Cool. You start doing that, and you feel connected to that, to the wrenching feeling you just had from being pulled up out of it. That small, beautiful light coming out of the whiteness just tears apart, and it hurts. You feel pain just lancing through your body, and everybody takes 4 might damage from that feeling. And you feel the whole white room just explode into white and purple static that sears your eyes, and you curl up into a fetal position on the ground. And you hear, as you come to, a strange pulsing sound.
I say,
thudding, kind of thumping pulse.
I say to the mycelia, "Are you listening now? Hurt and pain is where I live."
You pull yourself up off the ground, and you see around you you are thousands and thousands of what look to be strange seed pods, and each one seems to have a bionic kind of cybernetic strange caterpillar creature attending to it, sort of nursing at it and delicately checking in on it, sort of feeding it and through a hooked tube from its mouth and looking after it. And as you look out, it looks like there's fields of these strange caterpillar-like creatures sort of testing it. On a table, strapped down, is there seems to be a person that is being operated upon by one of these caterpillar-like creatures. And Johnny, I think you might know who that person might be that is there. Somebody familiar to you.
Am I meant to know?
Well, I can make it up because I have an idea, but if you wanted to make it somebody else, you're welcome to.
No, I'm curious as to who you think it is.
Well, I'll make it up to be whoever I want it to be, but it's up to you.
No, you go for it.
Okay. There's a what looks to be a loose translucent sack over them in the same like the pods, but as if it hasn't hardened yet, and it covers the body, and there's tendrils of some kind of blue wire running throughout the body, and it's and as it does, some kind of operating seems to be going on underneath it all, and these creatures are slowly working at the body, and the body sort of writhes and moves with pain as it with each new incision from these long caterpillar-like fingers, as they move up along it and delicately tear flesh and place particles of metal inside the body, and then slowly sew it up again using its many fingers, many legs. And
How far away is that?
it's down further, like nestled amongst the many pods. Yeah.
And who do I think it is?
Well, I mean, up to you, dude. You can go over and reveal it if you want to.
Yeah, I reckon I do. If I have an inkling that they look familiar, then I want to go over and
Quick question.
investigate.
Could it be like the
Yeah.
Darth Vader scene in like Empire Strikes Back where he
Oh, I thought you meant from that terrible scene when he's getting his body repaired.
Oh no, I was thinking
No,
was
no,
thinking
when he
the-
goes into the cave.
when he goes into the cave.
thing, yeah.
You know
Oh,
the-
yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And yeah, so the rest of you get a real sense of belonging from this space, a sense of calm, and there's a humming sound in the air, a hypnotic, strange sound emitted by a lot of these creatures that seems to flow out from them, as if their chittering sounds create a melody amongst them, and it soothes you somehow, makes you feel calmer.
So am I
The,
still held down and grown into, or not?
Well, I mean, you're back to you, just like you were before, just normal.
In the white or in the field?
What do you mean? What's the difference?
Nice. Let's play with Ben's mind. Love it, Ben's. I'm gonna reject that because calm and soothing are not where I live. I'm gonna pull out my anguish whip, and I'm gonna charge the table, and I'm gonna whip the crap out of this bug.
John, okay, I was gonna say this is Johnny's moment. All right. Well, it's on top of the face of the figure with the cowl over it, and you you swipe at this thing. You feel its head turn towards you as you charge towards it, and a soothing kind of like it exudes a musk of some kind of soothing aura. And I'm going to get you make a intellect roll to see if you can fight against this
All right.
soothing calm.
I'm going to use effort, definitely. I roll in.
Whoa!
Wow.
Because I
Whoa.
rolled a 6 and I used effort, so take that. No, I don't think is it? I rolled an 18, so and I used effort.
Well,
so.
yeah, it's a critical damage. Yeah.
I reject
yeah.
it. Tit for tat,
Wow.
take that. It makes
So
me
what does an
rich.
anguish whip look like?
Well, I kind of think it sort of comes out and it's like since we had the mention earlier of non-Euclidean solids, so I think it's kind of like a non-Newtonian thing, so it looks solid, but then when I whip it, it moves and whips and then comes back into a straight rod and just, makes people feel makes them feel their reality without any of the pretense of the veneer they've created. It's kind of the worst weapon I could possibly have used against me. That's why I wield it.
Oh,
Your blow comes down onto this creature, and it's soft, soggy, thick, mucousy body explodes.
It realizes it's a bug.
Screeches with pain, and you see that pain is echoed across many of the other creatures nursing their the pods around it, and you see them pulsing purples and cyans across the entire area. And a redoubling of that peace exudes out, and you all feel it. Like it's almost like a lullaby wafting over you, soothing you.
I'm going to take my anguish whip and stab my own forearm.
All right, you're fighting against yourself. What's everybody else gonna do?
I wanna see the face that's been revealed.
So Johnny, you go over there and you go to pull it up, and you pull it back, and Johnny, who's there?
My mother.
Why would your mother be there, Johnny?
Well, so I mentioned earlier that she was a
A
florist.
florist. Bloody hell.
But part of her, the rest of the backstory is a little more complicated. But yeah, she's being experimented on.
We're all here, and she used to have a little flower just like this.
Yeah, brilliant. Is she alive?
She's there, calm, but seems to be in pain at the same time, as if sedated, but it's almost like paralyzed, sedated. And she looks over and sees you, and you can see the glint of recognition. What's everybody else gonna do?
I have a question.
Nathan.
This is just a pure question. So if the creature, the mind per se, I'm being taken over by another creature, right? And I'm a necklace, and I take control over the creatures, over the neck. When I'm put onto a creature, I take control over that creature. So am I currently battling against the mind of the mushroom as it takes over? Like, am I connecting with the greater mind of the mushroom, because that's what I do whenever I go over a humanoid
It's not
body?
very nice, is it, Exy? Not very nice, is it, Exy?
No.
Taste your own medicine.
Oh, it's not very nice. I don't like this. It feels like I'm battling over the same
Similar.
body, or I'm connecting to that body in a greater sense. And I'm really kind of like, it's very, very confusing. And so whenever you hit it with the whip of anguish, did I feel that?
Oh, good question.
Because I'm kind of connected through, and then that kind of defines the connection I have with it.
Ooh. I'm gonna say that, yeah, you did feel that. Yeah. Derek.
Can I take Ixie's necklace and slip it over Johnny's mum's head?
I was wondering who was going to take Exy's necklace off because it just seems to happen once every adventure.
Oh, yeah.
Every game.
I'm like a Pokemon. Go, Exy!
What would happen? Because it's like your psyche.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
I
it's-
literally don't know what would happen.
The whole thing could feed back on itself.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. Okay. All right. You take the necklace off Exy, and Exy's like, "Oh, okay, sure," and you place it.
Again?
You place it
Yeah.
on Johnny's mother's character. Sorry, what's your character's name? On Magrin's mother's neck, and
That would be Margaret.
Exy, you experience a cacophony of voices, of just thousands and thousands of voices all feeding you information simultaneously. You get a sense of an entire forest of sensations stretching out across this entire meadow, and then you feel that sensation reaching out across the land where you see this plant has been picked and then taken to small markets and small towns and places as used as a novelty where it feels things and it can experience things, and it's very harmless when it's by itself, but in such great number it overwhelms people and it absorbs their psyche.
Too many.
And you become part of it, and now you get that sense, and it's become that feedback loop, and you're now become part of this entire creature, this entire entity.
So through Johnny's mum's face and mouth, I'm guessing, I'm going to scream out, there's too many, so many voices, all speaking, all lost, all speaking.
And you hear Nathan, you hear Exy like speaking in a cacophony of voices. It's almost too
Out of all the
loud.
voices. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you hear it from all the different caterpillar-like creatures until you see them one by one start to burst all
Pop.
around
Oh my
you
God.
into explosions of purple hues and cyan, and your senses just explode into light, and you cripple over as you feel pain lancing through you, all through your body, and you double over in pain as the sensations become too much, and all around you suddenly you hear the sound of screaming and cries of battle.
Voices!
Battle, something I understand, finally.
Ha-ha!
Nathan, you get a sense that this is not just about the survival, the growth of a species. This is about the survival of a species and the conquering of the species over its environment. And you see around you war. Ben, I think you may have been in a war similar to this once.
Definitely. He's been
And
a mercenary.
and this is a war that that perhaps meant something very, very strongly to you. Perhaps this is a place where you lost somebody very dear to you. And you look across and you see the clashing of two armies, and you are standing in the center between two armies as they converge.
Not the place to be.
That's why my blade has two ends to it with a knife on each.
You feel this sense of absolute dread as different buzzes and blades and arcane energies of Numenera power arc across as the battle rages around you. What do you want to do?
Cut everyone to pieces. Do you know that elf thing at the in the like the War of the Ring, like right in the beginning, where the elves do the whoosh and they flick up their blades as the orcs reach their line? I'm just going to do that, but on both ends, so that I've created a space around me to clear the space as I just scream at everyone to get back away from me, as he slightly pushes over the edge.
And clearing
Yeah,
your blades.
yeah.
This battle just clashes and meets and swells around you as you're fighting. You have no idea which side of the battle you're meant to be on, but your
don't
blade
care.
goes out in one
That's right,
direction and into the other, just trying to create space and just a moment of calm to gather your thoughts.
Get away from me!
As you're surrounded on all sides. Nathan, your brain is just overwhelmed as you get a sense of just this sheer cacophony of the battle itself, as being a symbol of just the never-ending war against the environment that this creature inhabits. And as you guys are fighting, Ben, you see somebody gleaming off in the distance, somebody who means something special to you.
Excellent. My brother, who we joined up, we enlisted together as mercenaries to fight in this battle. We didn't care about which side we joined. We literally flipped a coin to decide which side to join. It was a tragic decision because it was a rout, and not only was the battle lost by the side we picked, but my brother fell in that battle too. But he's not fallen now, so maybe I can save him. So I rush over there and I I'm standing by his side again. Yes, excellent.
I have an XP for you. An XP, a GM intrusion. Mm-hmm. You want to take it?
Oh. Love how he offers it before he says what it is.
Definitely, yes.
Who do you want to give the other one to?
Johnny.
Good choice.
All right, I'm gonna reveal your GM intrusion to Nathan.
Okay,
Nathan, you get a sense that Ben's brother is alive within this symbiotic creature.
Ooh.
His actual personality is retained somewhere deep within.
So Johnny's mum's going to sit up drastically at this point and look.
My mum's still there, or have we moved on?
Oh no,
You sit up and you're you are retained as Johnny's mum.
All right.
I look Ben.
Wrong. When you did that, something broke.
And I look directly at Ben and go, "He is live. The voice is one of the many. He lives." And like everything kind of like the world around you just shuts off for a second, and you hear that, and then it just woof, and I just like fall away into the distance, like as I lie back down.
That's cool.
All right, you have the battle all around you, and as you fight, you feel yourself dropping into a rhythm of the battle, and you feel the rhythm and the repetitiveness of it as you forget who is on which side, and it just becomes the fight, and you feel your sense of identity starting to disappear into the moment of the fight, the moment of where is my blade going next, who am I striking next, who do I need to dodge, and you start to lose all sense of time and place and where is my friend. I just need to stay in this one moment, and pretty soon that idea of why am I here and what was my purpose in being here and how do I get out starts to disappear.
That's fine. That sounds happy.
Until a moment happens. And I'm going to let you guys choose what that moment is that sparks that memory of that jolts you back into the world again.
Can I suggest one thing, if I may? Could I be trying to maybe do I get a chance to just even for a moment take back over against the mind of the creature, like as a collective? The necklace can like
you could, but you need that first moment.
Ooh.
to be able to remember to even do it.
You need a what?
A moment, a spark of memory that will give you that moment of realization that you're not just in this never-ending war, but in actually something. You're actually who you are. Yeah, Murray.
So my moment is as Exie sitting up as Margaren's mother goes back down and sort of lies back down again. I have a vision as a baby of a woman standing over my Moses basket, leaving me on the doorstep of the orphanage, and then backing away as she left me there. And I realize in the same moment, 1, that I did have a mother, 2, that I was abandoned, and 3, that I am who I am.
Awesome. Your eyes open.
That's the saddest
Derek?
moment ever.
I'm 8 again, and I'm standing over my father's dead body as I pull out the makeshift shiv that I created, and it clatters to the floor as it falls out of my fingers, and I spit on him and turn and walk out the door and never go back.
Oh my god. Awesome. Your eyes open and you feel yourself pull against the mycelia.
Ooh.
Happy families, everybody.
I know that I can't hold on to my brother, even though I wish I could stay in this moment just before he died forever. And I could just stay in the rhythm, and I figure I could. It seems like this system is trying to delude me into the belief that I can just stay and hold on to this moment and keep stopping every blade that's coming towards him. And in fact, I even then realized that and stopped defending him, but the system still refuses to slay him like it is actually true in my memory. So then I turn and actually drive my own blade into the chest of my brother to actually end it and to grasp onto the bitter reality of what actually should have happened all along.
Oh, amazing. You feel your hand punch down through the mycelia in the ground, and it goes deep in through the crust of all the matter underneath you, and your hand grips onto another hand, and your eyes open.
Oh, I'm jealous.
And I pull up off the ground and pull whoever it is that I've grasped onto with me
Awesome.
through the mushroom earth.
Nathan, Johnny?
The leaf mold.
Oh, I was going to say,
Yeah, go.
I embrace my mother one last time and then take the necklace from her and put it on me.
Done. That's exactly what happens.
Simultaneously, you feel the consciousness pull away as your eyes open, superimpose Johnny over the eyes of somebody else. And you feel your consciousness and Exie's consciousness layered on top of each other.
Oh, it's like a hug.
Your eyes open, and you see Exie's body lying across from you. Sorry, I should say you feel Exie's hands on your chest as the necklace is placed on you, and it's pulled away from the mycelia to be able to place it upon you.
Can I
wake you up?
As that happens, I send a message through Johnny's mum, through the like.
Oh my god, this is getting so like Inception.
I send a message
Should have
as
made
loud
it onions.
as loud as I can for Ben's brother to stand. Like that's the last thing I yell out to the collective of voices in the field, as loud as I can, knowing I can control the creatures that I am necklaced over. I say to stand, and then as I get ripped, the necklace gets ripped off.
Yeah.
And I join with Johnny. And then I do my normal trick of like blinking for them just to fuck with them. But that's Johnny's like, why am I blinking? And like, no, like I tell Ben's brother to stand.
Ben's brother is unconscious, and you pull him out of the mycelia, and out of he's covered in the blue and purple spores, and you yank him out of the ground. He's completely naked and pale as a ghost, very, very malnourished. But you can see that there are tendrils coming out of like his fingernails and places, and he'll need lots and lots of care from somebody, a healer of some kind. But he's alive, and but will need a lot of psychological help in order to get him back to.
Could I maintain him?
A place where he can call you brother again. But he's there.
I hug his corpse and drag it towards the ship in desperation to get away from these mushroom things that we should have never messed with in the first place.
He's such a fun guy.
The ship is powered up. You guys clamber aboard, and you start the ship and get the heck out of here. Or do you want to linger?
Is it all completely powered?
It seems to be powered up and ready to go. It seems like time has passed and the morning has arrived.
What kind of weapon systems does this thing have? Like, does it have a napalm function?
Yes, napalm.
Some kind of nuke the planet from space function.
Yeah, let's say you use the rocket jets and you.
But we can't. Because the thing is, my morality because I run the ship, but my morality says that everybody down there is still alive. They all spoke to me. Like, even they're not dead.
Oh,
they're just connected.
But they'll never die because they're anew.
Yes. Not anymore.
Wow.
I'm so confused now. Just leave your necklace with it. It'll be fine, Nathan.
Yeah, I go like this. I go along. My character just goes along, takes the necklace off, and just drops to the ground because it's like, I'm out. Just beyond my pay grade.
All right, you guys get it out of there as quick as you can, and I imagine have a shower and get as much of this spores off the ship as possible. And
clear the beds. That's what we're doing.
Worst petrol station ever.
The petrol run. The petrol run. I thought it was going to be
gas run.
Noki's Revenge, I thought.
Yeah, Noki's Revenge.
Anyway, you're in a giant derrick walking along. Oh, that was trippy as all hell. That was amazing.
Amazing.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys for tuning in and hanging out with us.
Can I just say that the fun part of that was that John gave me a little bit of a heads up beforehand that I could, but every time I was meant to talk about anything I could see, it was like I had to change it because it was actually mentally affecting my brain and actually controlling me to be able to say like, oh, lovely weather. And Ben caught onto it really early and I thought Ben was like right onto it, but like it was such a great, I had so much fun with that. That was amazing, John. Thank you so much.
I figured
Johnny
Exy was the only character that probably wasn't going to be as affected as everybody else, so I thought it might be interesting if I left him with a slight idea of what was going on in the real world.
Yeah.
Did Johnny have a clue to the floristry connection? That was an amazing joining of the dots.
Yeah, that was
fantastic.
Well,
that
it was
roll.
all the way.
Sometimes the dice rolls are great.
That was amazing.
Oh, that was amazing.
Backgrounds, Johnny, are amazing.
Oh, so
That's
good.
cool, John. Thank you. So
Thank you,
dominating.
Awesome.
Something normal next week, maybe.
Well, you know what? Let's do a psychology.
Cave.
You've got a game.
Ramirez
Haven't you got a game? Haven't you got a game, Johnny?
Kill it.
Have you got a game?
I've got another Numenera game, yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow.
I've got a D&D game.
I've got a Maelstrom game without any combat in it. That's how I pitched it. That's how I pitched it to John.
Oh well, gotta go.
Oh,
All right.
no! Is that the stream ending? Oh no!